So you want some tips on finding a nether fortress quick and easy? Well, let's crack on with it. First thing you're going to need is what I'm standing on. It's another portal. Let's go in and get started. Okay, the first tip I want to mention is if you do have cheats enabled, you can easily type in, to find a nether fortress, type in locate, structure, fortress, and that'll give you the nearest fortress to you that you can actually go to. The next tip is if you don't have cheats enabled for you, for example, if you're on a server, but you do have access to the seed, then you simply type in seed. It will give you this. You copy it to your clipboard. And then you go over to chunk base, which I'm going to list right up on the screen right now. And chunk base, you would go down and click on apps. And from below there, there's actually a sentence there that says seed map. So click on that seed map. Make sure you've picked the nether, selected the drop down and go to nether, and then it'll pop up with all the different, there's like several different options you can have to include or exclude. And then from there, if you scroll down, you'll actually be able to put your coordinates in to show you where you're at, and it'll show you exactly where all of those nether fortresses are at. And you can find out really easily by just clicking on one of those blazes. It'll give you the coordinates. You can go straight there. Okay, now let's say you don't have access to the seed and you don't have cheats enabled. Well, the next step is going to be either to pick a spot, like we came through here, and you want to hold down your F3 coordinates. Now for the bedrockers, they're not going to have, they can turn on the coordinates. If you go to your options menu, you can actually have those coordinates. They'll be usually up on the top left. Like you see here, I have mini HUD. It actually gives those to me. But Java, you can press the F3 key, and then you get this huge wall of text, but you'll be able to see here that the coordinates of XYZ, you can see where I'm at. Now from there, you want to stop and pick a spot, maybe toss down a torch, and you want to go straight in one direction or the other. You don't want to waver too much. But for example, if we went straight this way, you want to continue on that way for about 250 to 300 blocks. If you don't find anything, come right back to your spot. Go the opposite direction, same thing. So that's either going to be on the north coordinates, the south coordinates, the east coordinates, or the west coordinates. But you don't want to waver or just wander around. You want to go in a straight line. So in this case, if we went this way, like for bedrockers, if you don't have access to that, you can easily put down a dirt block and a sunflower, and that'll tell you that this sunflower always faces east, so we can go east if we like. Just remember on your coordinates, if you do have your coordinates set and you're able to see those, that the lava level is Y level 30 and the fortresses, the top of them, are right around 60 or 70. So if you're lucky enough to find one of those striders down there, put a saddle on them, and you have any of these items here, you're obviously going to have to put a saddle on them. You'll need to get yourself a fishing rod, and then of course a warp fungus, and you'll put that in your crafting table, and you can make yourself a warp fungus on a stick. Put the saddle on them and you can ride on them. Now what I suggest is you bring some fire resistance potions, but you may not have that if you are looking for a fortress for the very first time, because you obviously don't have the blaze rods yet, and that's probably what you're going after. So you can skip this step, because taking a lava sauna is not exactly the greatest thing without a fire resistance potion. But at any rate, for the bedrockers, like I said, you can easily use the sunflower and dirt. You walk in one direction and just go continually straight in one direction, about 250 to 300 blocks. If you don't find anything, then easily come back here and start next direction and leave yourself some torches if you have to. For example, if we had to go around this area to go around, leave yourself a breadcrumb trail so you can make it back. And there is one other way to make sure that you do find it, and that's to go into the accessibility settings. So we'll go into the options, we'll go to accessibility settings, and you can go up here and show titles on. Make sure that is on, because you may be coming through another brick area, and you won't exactly be able to see around you because you may be buried deep in the netherrack, but you can look on your screen and it'll show you. So for example, you may hear something like a blaze breathing or a wither skeleton moving. At least you'll see those things, so you know you are close to another one. So like I said, if you don't have access to the seed or cheats, that's another method to find it very, very easily. Just make sure you're going straight in one direction. About 200, like I said, 250 blocks to 300 blocks in that direction. If it doesn't work out, come back to your initial point of interest, pick another direction, and go that way 250 to 300 blocks. Okay, to give a little demonstration, I'm going to head and leave the subtitles that you see below on so you actually see or hear. And we're going to start off here going east. As I mentioned, sunflower always faces east. We'll go right now up my top left of my screen. You'll see it says 163. Going east, that'll take us to 363. So let's, in spectator mode, will make it faster. Oh, there goes the bastion. And we are, whoop, a little too far. 363. Look around. We didn't hear anything on the way. We'll go back to our original point. We'll just try the other direction this time. Remember, as I mentioned before, the Y level of these, the top of the fortresses will be about Y61, Y70, and of course the lava, like I mentioned, is also, it's Y30. So if you're using a strider and you happen to be going around a large lava lake, it'd be very easy to see. And you'll see the legs poking into the lava. So let's go back here again. We'll go the other direction. We'll go west, and that should be minus 263. Keep going straight ahead, digging our way through. Oh, there we are. Got lucky. Second time. And there you have it. We are at minus 243, so minus 263 would be about here, so we did run into one. Just make sure, like I said, if you don't have the access to the seed or cheats, that if you do this method of going one direction or the other, don't waver. Leave yourself some breadcrumb trails like a torch or a block you can recognize so you don't get lost, and then make sure you find your way back if you go in one direction and don't find it, and just pick another direction. You can work your way around, but eventually you're going to make sure you stay on track and go in straight in one direction or straight in another direction. And the very last tip I want to mention to you is you want to make sure that you're wearing at least a gold piece, one or the other, one of the 4 pieces of gold. If not, then this guy that you see right behind me is going to give you a lot of trouble, him and his friends. They will attempt to kill you. As long as you're wearing a gold piece, you're okay. I suggest a gold helmet. And why? Because a gold helmet, normally we would put on protection 4 or fire protection, whatever protection you're using. You also have aqua affinity and you have respiration, which are useless in the nether. So by far, in my opinion, the best piece to probably use would be the golden helmet. It has the least amount of armor protection, as do the boots, but at least the boots can provide you with feather falling. So yeah, my pick would be the golden helmet. So if you like this video, click the like button. If you want to subscribe for past or future videos, click that subscribe button. It really helps me and lets me know that I provide great quality content for you guys each and every week. So until next week's video, thank you very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you then. Bye.